great marketing campaign. We've talked about the blimp that crashed.
Yes.
Which I've heard people say that they blame that as the reason why it failed. I don't think that would necessarily be the case.
No, that's publicity.
It was up in the air. All of a sudden, it exploded. Big air started coming out of the balloon. It started to fall back. Didn't know where it was going. They were throwing sandbags out down on the street and all kinds of things. And the pilot landed it on top of the building. And the rest of the balloon came off to the side. Pretty wild.
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux Podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux Podcast coming at you from the Slice on Oak Studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux, the city of Brainerd. With me, as always, is my brother.
It's like a fucking UFO.
Oh, you're the worst kind of autistic.
Hot Jesus. Gabe Johnson, save us.
Dave, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you, sir?
I am well.
I think we're going to draft.
Let's do a draft.
Are we going to do it?
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is draft day. Discontinued fast food edition. I'm amazed that came out of my mouth correctly.
Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat there.
What's he going to call it? So this is a round of draft day, which is, of course, the episodes of the podcast when we take a category, we go through 12 items that we create a list for, and then each of us take turns drafting in traditional snaked draft fashion, down and back. This time around, we're talking about fast food items that have been discontinued. Now, as always, we will have a list of 12 items. We each will pick 4 items by the time we're done. However, 3 of those must come from the list. 1 can come from off the list or off the board, and we will make our way through the entire selection. We drew straws before we got started. Gabe Johnson, you are first. But before we get started, let's actually make the list of...
Oh, let's announce it.
We have a tendency to forget to do that.
Wow.
So this week, with our discontinued items, we went through and took a bunch that we really appreciate. There are some missing from this list, which makes it more fun, I think. But also, these are a lot of them that we remember that we would like to get back. Interesting that I found that people around me aren't as adventurous with their food purchasing, or potentially Mayor Dave Badeaux is hypersensitive to advertising because
Just loves fast food.
Well, I like it when someone's like, throw something out and you're like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not?
Sure.
It's extreme.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be extreme. It doesn't have to be extreme. Some of these are just fun, right? It's like, yeah, I'll take a
just
shot.
weird.
That's right. So our list, it starts off pretty basic with the KFC Double Down.
Yes.
Which of course is the chicken sandwich where the
fried chicken is the bun.
Fried chicken is the bun. Quick to note on this, some of these are still available in some regions, and by the time you watch this or listen to it, some of these may actually be available as well. However, as far as we know, where we're located right now, none of these are available. Number 2 is the waffle taco from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
It's just it's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Folded up a waffle, call it a taco.
Nice.
It was one of the original breakfast items that they had.
It was like their big thing.
Yeah.
Taco Bell's doing breakfast now.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Oh, fucking waffle taco.
Yeah.
No shit.
It wasn't great. However,
No, it was bad.
it's gone. So we want it back. This one I'm super high on my list. KFC Snackers.
Yes.
So I think in the 80s, and maybe prior to this, KFC had an item called the Chicken Little. It was these little tiny chicken sandwiches, like basically just almost like a chicken strip on a tiny little roll. Mm-hmm. They rebranded it to the Snackers late 90s, early 2000s, and that went for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And then they just got away from it. But that was my go-to.
Yeah, that was my lunch every day in high school.
Yep. So
Maybe
that
not every day, but
that is a fantastic item there. But it had this delicious mayo.
yeah.
In some instances, peppered.
Yeah, the peppered mayo
Mayo.
was great.
Yep. The next one on the list is the only salad that I will ever allow anyone to ever have from a fast food place, and that is the McDonald's salad shakers. Great concept. You just get yourself a big old cup. You pour your super fatty ranch on there, or whatever your dressing is, but then you shake the shit.
Yeah.
Great idea. I actually think about this product often.
I never had one.
You just
I don't
wish-
think I ever actually ate one.
Yeah.
But the idea of it is ingenious.
Yeah.
And the
Salad in a cup.
and the
Eat
fa-
it while you're driving.
and the fact that it doesn't exist pains me.
You know, you could make one yourself.
Listen. We've got shakers galore at my house. Between Maverick and Callie, they're always shaking some kind of thing in the morning. There's, just tons of shaking going on.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll try to leave that one alone.
I got halfway through the sentence. You could see me. I reset. My whole brain went. I reset. All right. Also from McDonald's, the fried apple pie.
Yes.
So used to fry them. Now they just bake them.
Yep. They still have them.
Still have them.
But they bake them.
They do not fry.
I was going to say they don't have them because that's not something I'm ever getting. So technically they don't have them. Also from McDonald's, the Arch Deluxe. Interesting item. I don't know if it'll get drafted or not. I think this is a curveball here. It was a huge marketing campaign.
Like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. Because they were trying to change their image from being kiddie.
Get away from that damn clown.
They added a slice of tomato and said, it's for grown-ups.
Yeah. And was it like a Dijon mayo or something?
They may have even used the term aioli.
Okay.
So it's fancy.
The stone ground mustard sauce.
But we'll probably get around to that one at some point. Then Scott, you added this one, potato cakes from Arby's.
Yes, it was a mistake to add this one.
Well, it was it was a mistake because I wouldn't have thought of
Because
it.
neither of you knew about it, and that could have been my surprise. Now I got to think of something else wacky.
But since you said it, just a straight up tri-tater,
Yep.
triangle shaped hash brown essentially. But you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Although I would say that you can get those pretty much everywhere. McDonald's has them for breakfast. They're just not in triangle form.
Yeah. Well, and they're significantly thinner. They're like a third the width.
Sure. I will accept that. From Taco Bell, the Volcano menu.
It's only Volcano if it's volcanoes.
Has to be plural.
Otherwise, it doesn't spell canoe.
We're just I wouldn't know that. I can't spell for shit. So what would I know? I'm just doing a throwback joke to episode 283. Go watch it. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Tim from Tim Talks.
It's almost like it's too delicious.
Check it out. Also, we've got the all-day breakfast from McDonald's.
Hey.
Worst thing to come out of COVID was the discontinuing of all-day breakfast at McDonald's. They did it for like 2 months.
Yeah, they got us going. Everyone's excited. It's the smart move, right? It's the right decision. And then COVID made them think, we need to simplify all of the menus down to nothing. So all day breakfast was a no-go.
Down to nothing and twice the cost.
Yeah. And 3 times the length of time to actually get it. So, which is also the funniest thing is that they've taken all these and decreased the time for fast food. Like the whole idea of all these fast food menus is we're going to get rid of items so it's fast.
Simplify.
Yep. However, no, that's not the case. All right, we'll speed up just a little bit here. The Bigfoot Pizza from Pizza Hut. We've talked about that many times. That one will be drafted, so don't worry. We'll talk about that when we get to it. From Burger King, the Mac and Cheetos.
Okay.
Great item. Never had it, but I just love the idea that it existed. And again, much like the salad shaker, a world in which the Mac and Cheetos does not exist is a world in which I don't want to live. And then rounding out our list, just to make sure that DQ has a presence, the DQ Chipper Sandwich. This is a ice cream sandwich with 2 chocolate chip cookies and motherfucking soft serve.
Soft serve.
Delicious.
That same thing you can get out of the freezer right up near the register at every gas station.
It is kind of funny. And also you can get all of the like dilly bars and stuff now are like pre-manufactured. So you can get the exact same thing in the grocery store. And yeah, there's really no reason to ever get one.
And you can't get the butterscotch in the store, I don't think.
So
but you can get it in the freezer section of your local grocery store.
What DQ has decided with the butterscotch is that tray, that dipping station is on a rotating basis now. So the cherry, the butterscotch, I believe, I may be incorrect.
Because you can't get a cherry dipped cone. You can always get a cherry dilly, but you can't get the cherry dipped cone.
Sometimes you can. So they've basically just started rotating those ones in and out. That's their limited time.
Oh, that's their vault.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they're calling it.
The DQ vault?
Yeah.
I guess if it worked for Disney. All right, so Gabe, let's go ahead and get started. The official discontinued fast food
I'm going to
item
take my
draft.
off the board item, Mav.
Oh.
All day breakfast at McDonald's.
So you're making reference to my son, who is the one who said that is the ultimate that needs to be on the list.
Yeah.
So Gabe was going to not include it on the list, but because Maverick decided to, it is on. However, it's already off. Talk to me about it.
It's just nice to get a little Egg McMuffin in the afternoon. I mean, what's wrong with that? Why take that away from us? You have it in the fridge. I can see it back there.
It is funny because I can understand back when you were like frying up all these burgers, like actually frying them up, and it took up griddle space, and there was actually like a guy back there flipping the burgers, making it happen. You're putting that in a drawer now. You're not even freaking.
Yeah.
You're not taking up space. So it made sense before when it's like we don't want to have half of our grill being used for sausage patties.
Right.
But now, dude, you're popping that in I've seen it.
It's in a steamer.
I've seen the steam drawer that you pull all the burgers out
It's
of.
very weird.
I remember when Burger King got that process patented.
Yeah.
They just blast it with steam real quick, and it it's already cooked, so it doesn't matter. But it's super funny because even like Burger King, it's like you used to be a proper.
You're flame broiled.
But yeah, let's talk about all day breakfast. Your go-to breakfast sandwich is what?
I'm a McGriddle guy.
Okay.
I just go for the most disgusting thing on the menu. Can I get the pancake with the sausage and the cheese?
Yeah, can I get the waffle taco?
It is funny that I've never been a syrup on my breakfast sandwich guy. So the McGriddle has never really been something I've been that interested in. Although I will admit, because you get it and then you do that thing where you break a little chunk off of it. It's ingenious. Little pockets of syrup.
Yep.
Yeah, who and why and how?
And why is that not available at 6 o'clock at night?
Yeah. Again, open this drawer.
Yeah.
Put it in this drawer.
That's not really an item as much as a promotion, but it was a pretty big one, and they took it away from us.
But I would argue that all of these are just promotions, right? It's all stuff that you have. Like the Double Down is chicken.
Yeah.
You just put stuff in the middle of it.
Add some cheese.
The shaker is just a container. Scott, go-to breakfast.
The burrito.
Oh, yeah.
Sausage
The
egg
little
burrito.
ones?
Yep.
Those little ones? That's delicious. Weirdest picante sauce
Yeah.
this side of the Mississippi. However, I will say that the picante sauce on that burrito is delicious.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, I don't understand why it does, but it does. Okay, mine, I think my favorite is sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. However, that's...
My problem with
Go home
that
and take
is
a nap.
my problem with that is that it's nowhere near as good as Hardee's.
Okay.
The McDonald's biscuits don't even hold a candle to the Hardee's biscuits.
No, but by the time it sits in that wrapper and the cheese melts, it becomes its own thing.
Sure.
Right? The biscuit itself is...
Cement.
I wouldn't say that. It's covered in grease. It's delicious. It's my go-to. Although they hand it to you, and you're like, geez, why does this thing weigh 7 pounds?
Yeah.
It's a breakfast sandwich. Why is it 7 pounds? So, excellent choice for Gabe there. All day breakfast. Scott, you are next.
KFC Snackers.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
Fry me a river, dick face.
Okay, talk to me.
They were great. They were perfect. They were super cheap. You go in there, you get 4. You could, for a while there, you could get just like the plain one, or they had a buffalo chicken. I think there was a third. I don't remember. What
There was
the
for sure
third
3,
one
but I don't
was.
remember what
Might
they
have been
were.
barbecue or something.
Could have been.
But
Shouldn't have been, but could have been.
But I would for lunch at school back when we still had open campus. I mean, 3 times a week I would go over to KFC and get 2 originals and 2 buffalo chicken snackers.
Nice. Yeah, I think so. The Chicken Little, I believe, was tomato mayo, and then I think with the Chicken Little they got, or not tomato. Sorry, not tomato. Pickle. I think it was pickle and mayo, And then the snacker, I think they turned to just a peppered mayo, got rid of the pickle. So I think that's the big difference between them, if I remember correctly. But yeah, the peppered mayo,
It's delicious.
unbelievable.
I had never had such a thing before in my life.
Why weren't they?
17-year-old me blew my mind.
Why weren't they calling it aioli? I mean, it was fancy.
Yeah.
It was, but I will say that it was perfect. These were the bun to chicken ratio was excellent. It was. I feel like sometimes you get that, they're going to skimp. They're going to give you a weird chicken finger. There's going to be a lot of parts on there you're not interested in. For some reason, this felt like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all very uniform. Suspiciously uniform.
It was looked. It had if I remember correctly, it had more of a roll look to it with the bun.
Yep. It was just like a tiny little hoagie.
Yeah, like a little tiny dinner roll.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Again, items that I yearn for.
Yeah.
Introducing the new 99-cent KFC Snacker. 100% hand-floured chicken breast, pepper mayo, crisp lettuce freshly prepared on a sesame seed bun. Now your dollar goes further at KFC.
Yeah. The amount of times over the years that I've gone to KFC and just been disappointed that I can't get my teeny tiny little chicken sandwich.
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Not just one.
Right.
Multiples. We're snacking.
Yeah.
Do they still have the zinger sauce? Do you know?
No clue what that is.
So
I know that they're honey. They don't have honey anymore. They have honey sauce.
Oh God.
Oh man.
That's unacceptable. Yeah, probably butter spread and honey sauce. Yeah. The only reason I know of zinger sauce was our buddy Craig Doshin worked at KFC for a while, and he's like, "You gotta try the zinger sauce." And then once I tried the zinger sauce, it was like, "Okay, we are zingering now." I don't even remember what it was, but I remember just really enjoying it. So, but the chicken littles / snackers are off the board. I think that is probably the selection I would have went with.
I know.
I've got two here, and I'm not really enjoying what has happened so far. It's getting tough. It's getting tough sledding over here. Just because I know one of you is going to pick it, I'm going to go with the Bigfoot Pizza.
Okay.
Bigfoot. Pizza Hut! From Pizza Hut. 2 square feet of pizza. 21 slices on a tasty new crust. $10.99 for up to 3 toppings. It's bigger than pizza.
Personally, the Bigfoot Pizza is one of the pizzas that I remember the most from childhood for whatever fucking reason. Maybe it was just that it was different.
It was huge.
It was huge.
It was memorable.
It was memorable, but it was also a hell of a bargain. We've talked about this in the past. Gabe's family was ordering this all the time.
Yeah, we had 9 people. We ate Bigfoot pizzas.
Probably more than one. Came in an envelope, I would call it. They should have made it black so you felt like you were coming out of a porn store or something. Like just made it real weird. when your pizza's coming in an envelope, let's make it weird. Great marketing campaign. We've talked about the blimp that crashed.
Yes.
Which I've heard people say that they blame that as the reason why it failed. I don't think that would necessarily be the case.
No, that's publicity.
And it was super successful. So you don't go from super successful to like, a blimp got caught on a building to not having the successful item anymore.
I don't know. People are fickle.
They are.
You could definitely
wore off. There weren't enough families of 9 who needed a Bigfoot pizza.
The Badeaux families were eating them all the time. So
yeah, just Rick.
yeah, but a little bit different because of the way that it was shaped. That could have been it too. Americans are weird, right? It's like, I want my pizza round. Whereas this was a rectangle pizza and 21 slices, if I remember correctly. But cut, obviously into squares, which makes for an interesting proposition as well. But just a delicious pizza, great marketing campaign, sticks out still in my memory. So that is going to be my first item that I select off the board.
Bigfoot from Pizza Hut, a legendary value.
My second one, oddly enough, because again, a lot of these I wasn't consuming a ton of, but it needs to exist. The Volcano menu from Taco Bell. The Volcano menu from Taco Bell needs to exist. And the fact that it doesn't exist makes me worry about Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's a problem.
It is. Talk to me about what your go-to on the Volcano menu.
I don't remember what there was. I think they had was there like a Fritos burrito with volcano sauce? It was any normal thing. They just squeezed this neon orange hot mayo of some kind.
Lava goo.
Yeah.
Lava goo.
Yeah, but it was delicious.
You say, I asked you what your favorite item is, and you were very close. Your correct item is anything. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't matter.
Just put the volcano sauce on any of these things. Put it on a Doritos Locos Volcanoes.
Yes. I'm not a guy that's looking for intense heat all the time, but this was like the perfect amount of a little bit of heat to it, a little bit of kick to it. At the same time, though, it's just cheesy goodness. Mm-hmm. Just adding cheesy goodness to my, sawdust taco.
It was just like a queso?
Yeah, it was. Was
it a queso or was it a mayo?
So none of their queso, I think, is queso. I think their queso is probably technically mayo. It's probably oil.
Yeah, it's oil. It's some kind of emulsified oil.
It's probably ranch, technically ranch. But I like nacho cheese.
Yes,
and specifically like bad for you.
Yes,
pure oil.
Yeah, ballpark
nacho cheese is so good. Like we just had a giant pretzel at Shep's the other night. God damn, dude, nacho cheese is so goddamn good.
We need more cups, Shep.
Yeah, more cheese. But yeah, just the idea that you had a very successful thing going.
Yeah,
and I mean, not to be rude, but like you don't have to actually have special things,
right?
Just have the goddamn sauce.
Right.
Just the cheese and call everything Volcano.
Right. Sounds like you could have a nacho cheese dispenser and just run any item under it.
Yeah.
And it's Volcano.
That's the way to do it. Taco Bell, hear me out. Get a little like science fair volcano with a little trench, taco sized. And then when somebody orders it, you can even have a little foot pump too,
Yeah, or it's like fondue.
It's a fondue waterfall.
Fondue volcanoes.
The Volcano.
Fondues.
The Volcano. Yeah, just get one of those. And you can even make it a little, you can have a little screen outside letting people watch their stuff.
Watching the kids in the back drink it.
Get Volcano. I would. Sign me up. All right, so those are my two items there, Bigfoot Pizza and the Volcano menu. Back to Scott.
McDonald's fried apple pie.
That's a good choice.
It's almost like it's too delicious.
Talk to me.
Never had it. But I know the internet is furious that they don't fry them anymore.
People just like saying kids will never know how great we had it.
Yeah.
I was one
of just a turnover?
Yeah, but the difference was now they have to like put slits in it.
Okay.
But I remember, I was one of the few people that remember the first time that there was an apple pie that was in front of me that was baked. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Because it's like dry. Yeah. It's like dry and not good.
Yeah.
The other one was like, I mean, it's
not bathed in hot oil.
Well, yeah.
It was kind of a volcano in and of itself.
Well, that's just it. Like crispy outside and then just hot goo on the inside. A couple chunks of apple. Probably not even apple.
Probably was back then.
Probably back then, yeah. Now it's probably the baked apple pies. You probably have to put quotations on every word. Baked apple pie. But go at me. So then why are you selecting if you've never had?
Because people loved it. Myself, not so much. I don't even really care for apple pie.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't like it.
Why do you hate America?
I don't know. Hot apples just aren't my thing.
Okay. I'm the same way with cherries. I think hot cherries and peaches too. I'm not a hot peach guy. Cold peaches, delicious. Mm-hmm. Regular old peaches, delicious. But yeah. Okay, well that's a little weird, but
good draft.
Yeah,
I don't like and wouldn't want.
It's a draft, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just pandering to the people.
Yeah, I'm trying to win.
All right, Gabe, back to you.
For two. Well, I'm going to have to go with Arby's potato cakes.
Okay, stealing it.
Little deep fried hash browns. Apparently thicker and larger than the McDonald's.
Doesn't matter if they are, though. Because it's that crispy outside that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you just get a potato wedge.
Yeah.
And everybody knows potato wedges suck shit. That's why we didn't put KFC's potato wedges on here.
Yeah, potato wedges are awful. And people so I get the idea of people saying like the KFC wedges are gone and now you just can't go get a wedge, right? Options are good. Everyone's got fries. Mm-hmm. However, I don't blame you, KFC, because fries are way better than wedges.
Yeah.
1,000 times better.
Are crinkle cut fries better than potato cakes?
No.
Because that's what replaced them.
Crinkle cut fries.
Arby's replaced the potato
if they
cakes.
had curly fries and potato cakes, that would...
Specifically so that they could bring in crinkle cut fries.
They got rid of potatoes.
Yep.
Of the
To
triangle
make
shape
room
for the
crinkle cut fries.
For the shittiest fry.
Yep.
That sounds so East Coast to me. And Arby's has got a big hat. That's not East Coast. Arby's is like New Mexico.
Yeah.
What are you trying to be New York for, Arby's? Crinkle cut?
Crinkle cut.
Oh, that makes it even worse that it's discontinued.
Yeah,
That's what they replaced it with.
It's a good selection. My all-time favorite potato product, other than the curly fry, because I think that's probably the superior. Actually, I'll say the straight fries that have the curly fry flavoring on them are my favorite, my absolute favorite. But I also, because of that flavoring, love me home fries.
A waffle fry?
No.
Oh,
home
home
fries.
fry. What's a home fry?
The breakfast fucking seasoned potatoes. They're just like the little fucking chunks of
little cubes.
Oh, just the cubes? Yeah, the breakfast potatoes? Okay.
Breakfast potatoes, yeah.
Delicious.
Unbelievably good.
Mm-hmm.
Those are probably if you're serving me a fry,
I could use a little more salt.
Salt it yourself. Who isn't salting their kid?
Yeah, salt your ketchup.
Jesus Christ, dude. Let's go. Salt your ketchup?
Yeah, Rick did that.
Who?
Our brother Rick
is salting his ketchup?
Would put ketchup on a plate at home and just sprinkle a ton of ketchup on it, and then dip his French fries and whatever else.
Ingenious.
No?
It's ingenious because half the problem with the fry, like when especially if you're making fries at home,
it doesn't hold.
No, you can't hold. You got to get it. There's a small window to try and get it to hold, and it don't hold. So he's just out here salting his ketchup.
Yep.
Our sister salts her salad, which is the greatest thing that's ever been invented. Salt your salad, people. Salt your salad. Less dressing needed if you salt your salad. But our brother is then also salting the ketchup?
Correct.
It's absurd.
I mean, he did when I was 10.
It's absurd. But at the same time, I like it. I think it's a go-to move. Okay.
It's got a binding agent right there.
I like it. So, Gabe, you've now stolen the potatoes from Scott.
Yep.
Now, what are you going to steal?
My wife's going to be pissed.
Well, now I need a little dessert, so I'm going to go with a couple of chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
Sandwiching some soft serve from Dairy Queen.
All right.
The Dairy Queen chipper sandwich.
The chipper sandwich is gone, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's one I don't know why you would discontinue. Were you having trouble with your chocolate chip cookie vendor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. You have the soft serve.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you just didn't want to have the full cookies sitting around anymore. But I don't know. I think just having cookies sitting around is probably a good idea for anybody.
Throw cookies on the menu.
I don't care what your business is. I don't care if you make cement. You should probably have cookies laying around. Seems like a no-brainer to me.
Probably slows down the process if you're making them to order.
And it could also be, well, because I don't think that stuff usually, especially like the dilly bars and stuff, that would be a pre-made process, right? They'd make them, they'd wrap them, they'd put them in the freezer. Yeah. Which actually I think is the coolest thing about, because we still have an old school Dairy Queen that is one of the tiny little ones.
Oh, the walk-up window?
Yeah. And so the building itself is just this tiny little room, probably smaller than our podcast studio. And then there's a gap, and then there's the cooler that they have stuff in. So they actually have to go outside. Yeah, to go into the cooler, which I think is it's quaint. I like it. It's a simpler time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, why? What was the fucking point of that? Is it just less wall, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just seems weird. I don't know.
It worked at the time, and I haven't changed it.
You know, because I don't think those things probably had air conditioning when you're...
It was probably nice to go walk into the cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not open in the winter. So they're only going outside in the summer.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to just open it inside and be like, hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Keep the products all cold. I like it, though. From what we saw of it, though, it looked like it was just standard chocolate chip cookie.
Looked like the one you could get at any convenience
Yep,
store.
yep. A little generic. However, I like that way better than the M&Ms in the ice cream sandwich. specifically because the M&Ms then get hard.
Yeah.
It's
breaking teeth.
Yeah. And there's no reason for it. However, though, the cookie ice cream sandwich is far inferior to just the straight standard ice cream sandwich.
Just the chocolate wafer?
Yeah. We have a ice cream guy, the old school ice cream guy, the ice cream truck that drives around. Worst music of all time.
Hello?
Of all time. But kids know it. My
Yeah.
kids are 5, well now 6 and 4, and they can hear it from a mile away.
Right.
And they come in a panic. An absolute panic.
Yeah, can't miss it.
That they are going to miss this thing. I'm like, that thing is so far away. It might be 2 towns over.
I have had to grab my daughter and throw her and a friend in the truck and drive around
To
the
find it?
blocks.
Find where it is.
Yeah, hunting down the ice cream truck because we heard it a couple minutes ago and now we don't know where it is.
That's a little bit on the ice cream truck guy though too. There should be a day that you come into each neighborhood.
They post on
they do that.
Facebook.
Yeah.
They say we're going to be in Northeast.
But then you got to be gridding it out. It's got to be grid. You got to go all the blocks one way and then all the blocks in the the 90-degree direction.
Yeah, I think they're just going all willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly. No, it can't be willy-nilly. I got kids in here freaking the fuck out. You need to be.
Yeah, we need to know that it's over there. It's going to be over here in 10 minutes.
I'll step outside. I'll put my ear to the ground. But I want to know. I want to know when that thing's coming my way. So, great selection. The chocolate chip cookie, the DQ chipper sandwich is off of the board. Scott.
I want to take the salad shaker, but I'm going to take the double down.
Oh, nice. That's a quick turnaround there. You're going salad shaker into the double down. It's crazy. It's a rotation.
Yeah.
Finally! Hello, chicken. Someone was listening. It's got 2 of everything. 2 pieces of cheese, 2 pieces of bacon.
And 2 pieces of chicken. So long, bun.
Now, this is a chicken sandwich.
The new KFC Double Down chicken sandwich. So much 100% premium chicken, we didn't have room for a bun.
Okay, talk to me about the double down.
Stupidest thing ever.
They make so much money on it. They were killing it with the double down. People love the fucking double down.
I had a few.
Were they good?
Yeah. I had fucking fried chicken with bacon and some kind of white cheese.
That is the one thing that got me when I had it was the white cheese. Get the cheese out. I don't need the cheese. I know you're trying to, make me feel like there's an actual sandwich instead of just 2 pieces of chicken and a piece of bacon, but that's all I need. I just need the chicken and the bacon.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. They've since, I don't know if they still do, but for a long time there, they, I don't remember what they called it, but they just had that sandwich, but instead of using chicken as the bun, they used buns as the bun.
So a sandwich?
So it was just a chicken sandwich.
So they just called it the KFC Down?
I don't remember what they called it, but it was something like that. It was they either used the word double or the word down. I think that maybe it was a double up or something like that.
Okay, well that's funny then, especially if it was like a limited time offer. It's like you've been coming here for this, but now you're coming here for that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm amazed. I know they're still available in a lot of regions. Very successful. I'm amazed that it isn't still just on their menu in general. And it may be a COVID type thing again, but you have the ingredients.
Right.
What are you missing? The cheese?
Probably.
Maybe. Well, it's a Taco Bell scenario. Again, KFC. Have 2 pieces of chicken with just lava cheese mixed
Fondue
pouring down from them. It was good. I only had 1 or 2 of them. I know people lost their minds when this thing came out.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
You were either, holy hell, the world is coming to
It's over.
an end, or Valhalla has risen.
Right.
And they're good. I think it's a great idea. How can you go wrong, right? I've done that at home.
You can't. You got rid of the bread. You got rid of the worst part of a chicken sandwich.
Well, potentially the worst part, because you can have some damn good bread, but on a chicken sandwich, tough. It's tough to get the snacker right. If you have the wrong bread on the snacker, it ain't flying.
Nope.
Ain't flying.
They should bring it back with King's Hawaiian.
Ooh, I'm not a King's Hawaiian guy. Ooh. Callie loves it. Obsessed with it. I'm not a King's Hawaiian guy, so.
I love a King's Hawaiian.
Do you?
Yeah. That's what we had at the bachelor party.
Yeah, I mean, it's not making...
For our burgers.
not making me
King's
cry.
Hawaiian burger buns.
Nah, that's right. It's all right. Give me a regular bun. Why is it sweet? Why do we need why do we introduce sugar?
It's a little bit too sweet.
Yeah.
You know.
No such thing.
But you can get but you could get, like a good potato bun.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
Potato buns are good, but McDonald's fucks that up all the time. That was the Arch Deluxe. They tried doing potato bun. And
I'm pretty sure they do a potato bun
Probably.
now, and it's acceptable. Okay. It's absolutely acceptable.
All right. The one that I'm going to throw
That's
out,
high praise.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
McDonald's.
Yeah. The one I'm going to throw out that can go away is the pretzel buns.
Oh, yeah. Get out.
No, they always sound good and taste terrible.
It sounds awesome. It's terrible.
I don't even think it sounds awesome. Why would you want your bun to be hard?
Well, it shouldn't be hard. Like again, the other night we had a giant ass pretzel from Shep's, from Giovanni's, by the way. We've had Tim on the podcast. Holy shit, dude! Yes, you get a couple portions that are too hard, but when you get that soft right spot, oof.
Well, right, but I mean, a soft pretzel is great. But even if you have that same consistency, it does not work as a bun.
Yeah, and it's not really a bun because it's kind of gooey on the inside.
Yeah, but like all the stuff that's in between the bun just squeaks out the back because your bun isn't malleable.
Yeah,
it doesn't encompass the food.
I did encounter that problem once. Yes.
All right, Scott, with the KFC Double Down. I'm in a weird spot now. I've got to go off the board. I know what my off the board selection is. However, I'm at risk of getting the shits here with my menu. Bigfoot Pizza, Volcano sauce. If I go with the mac and Cheetos,
oh boy,
which I kind of want to.
Cheetos crispiness outside, creamy mac and cheese inside.
I don't know, man. I don't think I'm making it to the toilet on time.
Well, you got two. You could always pick a salad.
Well, that's the other option. So I just got done saying that I think about the salad shakers often.
That is weird.
So because of that, I am going to select the McDonald's salad shakers.
Okay.
I've already talked about it, so there's not really a ton to talk about. But this is what fast food should do, right? I don't need you to make me the world's best salad.
No.
I just need an adequate salad.
Need a quick salad
that can be consumed.
Yes,
right.
I need to be able to just drive by your window and you can throw it into my car and I'm gone.
I'll even go further. I can already be gone and you can hit me on the move.
Yeah, right.
You get a Hail Mary on that salad shaker to me. Yeah, I've had a lot of salads. I know I don't look like it, but I've had I've had a lot of salads in my life. And the container is always the biggest problem. Or if you've ever done like when you're low carbing, a lot of these places now have gotten better with the containers they have because so many people do low carb. So you can order something without a bun and it'll come in this nice little package, right?
Okay.
But salad containers at fast food restaurants are awful.
They are.
It's almost impossible to consume the product out of the container that you've put it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't toss your salad.
No. And God forbid you ever shake it. God forbid. So the salad shaker is just ingenious, right? It's just a Slurpee cup without a hole on the top. Mm-hmm. You put your salad in there. It's already there. You open up. You put your dressing on the top. You watch it cascade down. Listen, my list is nothing but cascading here. The dressing starts to cascade. You put the top on it. And you give that baby a good old shake, like a shake weight. And then the convenient thing about it is it fits in your cup holder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think about this fucking thing all the time. It's like anytime a container comes into my car and it doesn't fit the car, I think we already did this in the fucking 90s. McDonald's said salad fucking shakers, and we're still trying to fumble with this thing on my lap. No, I want to put it beside me. I'll freaking fork in and fork over.
Mm-hmm.
So
wow, that's quite a salad.
The salad shaker is ingenious. We used to be a proper society.
Yeah, why? That's another one. Why get rid of it? Mm-hmm. You have the lettuce.
All it was a lid.
You have a cup. Yeah, you need just don't poke a hole in some of the lids.
Yeah.
It's a very, very strange decision. So I don't know, but I love it. I think, in terms of what it is, right? It's a salad.
It was probably too much of a workout for the people that go to McDonald's.
That is funny.
I'm just shaking myself.
Shake my salad.
Not only am I eating salad, but I'm also working out.
I'm paying you to make the salad. You shake it.
It is, I mean, it's funny because they're like, they always try to be like, oh, we're trying to make more healthy options, but nobody wants healthy options when they go to McDonald's. But you could do this with something else too.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be salad.
Ooh, boneless wings.
Yeah, anything.
For sure.
I'm not lying to you. Every time a container comes into my car when we're driving, going to a football game or basketball game or whatever with the kids, right? You'll get food, you hand out the packages. And like, especially for like little kids, Happy Meals should come in a fucking salad shaker. Like, so let this kid fucking reach into the cup and eat. Let's go. Anyways, that's my rant. Rant over.
Side note, the Super Size Me guy died.
Speaking of which, my last selection, supersize me. Because if we're gonna fucking salad, we're also gonna supersize.
McDonald's introduces Super Summer Sizes.
Yeah, that is my final selection is the supersize. Now you want to know why? Not so much for the fries, but I like the idea that just a massive amount of fries can show up in your car.
Sure.
Right, I like that idea.
Especially McDonald's fries.
Yeah, so that first one's good and the next 87 are terrible.
That's fine because everybody's already reaching in and stealing all my fries, and that's okay. I supersized.
There's more where that came from.
Plenty more where that came from. But I'm more so selecting this for the tub of soda that comes with it. We used to be a country where when I ordered a large, it was the biggest fucking soda. Yeah. We grew up in the 90s, so sodas were gigantic.
Large was 64 ounces.
They were gigantic. And I love it. I drink the diet soda, right? I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm a consumer of the diet soda. But I like to just consume it. I like just having it and just continually consuming it. I like having a lot of soda. And the Super Size Me soda was the best thing that could possibly exist.
Well, and there's something about the perfectly balanced McDonald's Coca-Cola fountain Coke from McDonald's through the stainless steel pipes into the 64-ounce cup. You're satisfied for at least a half hour
with the appropriate amount of ice, and that's my biggest problem.
Amount of ice.
That's my problem with McDonald's is the ice ratio is good. But by the time they get that in there and get the soda in, there's not enough soda. So even now, because they've shrunk.
Well, then the ratio's not good.
No. For the quality of the consumption, the taste-wise, the amount of ice is fantastic. The amount of soda that is then left over because of that ice ratio is not acceptable anymore. Every time you go into McDonald's, you get yourself a large soda now, and it ain't that big.
They have the little lines on the cup where the kids should be filling the ice to.
Yeah, and they do a great job. I'm not saying they don't, but I want 64 ounces of fucking soda.
Yeah, 1 cube, please.
Yeah.
So, salad shaker, the Bigfoot Pizza, the Volcano menu.
And supersized.
And then goddamn supersized, which, by the way...
Did they get rid of supersized?
They got rid of it because of...
right after that documentary came out.
And so... there's a lot of reasons to think that Morgan Spurlock is maybe not the greatest human being around. Guy is known to have done some shit. Also, it came out that he was just a raging alcoholic.
Right, the McDonald's didn't damage his body, his alcoholism did.
Like his big thing was like his liver is dying. No, he was a fucking alcoholic. So that whole thing, which I loved that documentary at the time. I showed that to everybody. I was like, you got to watch this. It's very well done. Again, something it felt like you could do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I could go eat McDonald's.
I know I could. There's no doubt in my mind.
Put a camera on me and then edit a couple things every once in a while. However, the idea of that, I shared that with everybody. That guy, he's kind of ended up being a little bit of a douche, and then he just passed away. So, strangely, at a young age.
53 years old.
53 years old.
Cancer. Why does that happen?
I don't know. Weird things are afoot the last handful of years.
Was there a conspiracy about the Super Size Me guy dying?
He was a very much the screw you, get vaxxed type guy. So when they die young, you question. I'm not saying he did. I just question. I also will say this, and not to this man that has just died.
No, you're sitting on him pretty good here.
The complications from cancer is a hell of a term. Died from complications of cancer. Okay, well, I died from complications of a heart attack. I mean, come on, man.
I watched a comedian recently that had a bit about that. People just die from complications nowadays.
Yeah.
It was like, what happened? Like, oh, this is complicated, dude. I think it was probably Nate Bargatze.
Yeah, we thought we knew, but we don't. All right, let's wrap this baby up. Scott, over to you.
I am going to go with Arby's. Big Montana.
Oh, okay. That's a fucking sandwich.
That is a half pound of beef. Half pound of roast beef. And that thing looks like some bad nights I've had.
Is it cheese or is it Arby sauce?
I think it's Starby sauce.
You got to go horsey on there.
Yeah, horsey sauce is good.
Yeah, just a mountain of meat.
Oh man,
in between two little buns.
Well, meat in quotations.
Yeah,
you got the meat.
Gelatinous loaf.
Yes.
The Big Montana. Gigantic.
This is Arby's new Big Montana. It's better than any quarter-pound burger, and here's the backup. It's twice as big. A full half pound of beef. And not just your average beef. Arby's slow-roasted beef. Add your choice of sauces. Try the biggest eats in fast food. Arby's new Big Montana, and taste why it's better out here.
Again, that should come in a salad shaker.
Just shaking the roast beef.
Just shake the beef into my mouth. Good selection.
Yeah.
Though.
Did you ever have one?
I did once. One time.
It shows.
It was it was the sloppiest sandwich I've ever eaten.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It was impossible to eat.
Yeah, like where's the bun?
Yeah. No, there isn't.
It's not where's the meat, it's where's the fucking bun.
It ends up being the buns are just almost like two napkins that are just holding your slab of beef.
Your beef curtains.
Yeah.
Getting in the way of your tossed salad.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there you go. Get a Big Montana, a salad shaker. You're set. Tossing salads. That's great.
I do appreciate that. I haven't had a good roast beef and cheddar in a long time either.
Yeah.
I'd like to go do that every once in a while.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
It's my go-to at Arby's. But sometimes they get a little sloppy.
Sometimes. A lot. And so the problem I have is that every time I go to Arby's, I love the market fresh turkey and Swiss.
Oh, yeah. They had like a cranberry chicken something
the
years
chicken
ago.
Salad? Was it? Or just, yeah.
Yeah, the sandwich.
Yeah.
The bread on those sandwiches is great.
It's so good. And actually, I will tell you this. If you are a fan of Jimmy John's has sliced wheat. So you can order a deli-style sandwich from Jimmy John's, and it is... Holy shit! Is it good?
Okay.
Oh, it's so because I love me a sub. Don't get me wrong, but a good deli sandwich is you can't go wrong. Plus, it's the mayo ratio.
Yeah.
There's so much mayo when somebody makes you a sandwich like that, they're like, oh, I feel bad. Like, oh, you're eating this just on 2 pieces of wheat. All right, let's get you going here. A lot of mayo. Okay, Gabe, drive us home. Last one.
Going off the board.
Okay.
Bringing in some pepper mayo.
Oh,
with the KFC Twister Wrap.
Oh, okay.
So I added a couple of chicken tenders, some diced tomatoes, some lettuce, and the pepper mayo, all in a wrap.
That peppered mayo, do they still have it? They have to still have it.
I don't know.
It was so fucking good.
Yeah. And zesty pepper mayo.
Now we're talking transportation of item as well.
Yeah.
Came in a little... like rolled up newspaper.
It had the paper at the bottom of the wrap, so you could save your peppered mayo.
But am I wrong? Didn't it have like a thing that didn't you rip the thing and pull the top off? Wasn't there like a little
I remember
like
the paper
pocket?
wrap.
Kind of like a Hot Pocket. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. It's you can't go wrong. The peppered mayo. This is what we're learning today, folks.
You're right.
The peppered mayo at KFC was amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost Caesar dressing.
Yeah. It's missing the anchovy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
The worst.
Weird. Yeah. That little something weird in there. Great though. So you just going with the standard peppered mayo one?
Yep.
Yeah. A great name for a sandwich too.
Because they had the spicy one. What was the spicy sauce you said you liked?
Zinger.
They had the zinger wrap. I went with the traditional.
Yeah. That's a tough decision. When you've got peppered mayo, it makes the zinger a little less interesting.
Was the zinger, was that like an Asian zing?
No, it was kind of, I'm going to draw a complete blank. I know that it was a buffalo color, like kind of a darker buffalo color.
Like a Volcano?
A little bit Volcano-y, but not quite Volcano-y.
Not cheesy.
No, not cheesy. It was just, I have no idea what was even in it.
It was a little bit of zing.
It was a zing. It was zing sauce, a little zinger. Okay. Yeah. All right, Gabe, your list. The KFC Twister, the DQ Chipper sandwiches, the potato cakes from Arby's, stealing that one from Scott, and all-day breakfast
So I got
from
2 hash
McDonald's.
browns on the list.
Yeah, heavy on the hash. And a little heavy on the Mickey D's as well there. Because when you've got all-day breakfast, that's what you're eating. Scott with the KFC Snacker / Chicken Little, the fried apple pie from McDonald's, the Double Down, and the Big
Montana, baby.
That was a great. That's
a meaty draft.
You wouldn't even have got to the potato cake because the Big Montana was a curveball that you threw out that was glorious.
Yeah.
Absolutely glorious. And then for myself, I went with the Bigfoot Pizza, the Volcano menu, as well as the supersizing of my salad shaker.
You know, Dave, I think you may have finally almost won one of these. You're usually garbage at this game.
I usually am.
But that's a pretty good draft.
That's a good variety.
It's a great draft. It's a great draft. And honestly, the beautiful thing about the salad is I could just pour that salad out of the cup and put any of these other items inside including my giant soda.
Yeah.
My Bigfoot Pizza.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get out of here. Thank you to the Boutros.
Yeah.
Thank you to Gabriel Johnson.
Thank you,
Dave. We are back next week with the news.
Okay.
Scotty's getting prepared for that. If you guys have anything you want us to throw into the news, shoot some stuff over to us. I want the news to become more interactive. I think it is the one segment that is the easiest for people to just send us very strange stories.
Yeah. You see something, just pop a link over.
Yeah, pop a link over. And I think I would enjoy having weird links on all of our social medias. So if you see any weird stories, shoot them over to our social medias. We'll try and get them on the list. I just sent one to Scott yesterday, and then we started a huge... I wouldn't even call it debate because we're both on the same side about
it. You sent me a link and I said, do not get me started on this. Don't do it.
So that'll always be a lot of fun and, wildly inappropriate as well. But then we will be back, and actually Gabe will be in charge of a Taco Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to hop over I don't know how we'll do it. Maybe I'll eat it from here. I don't know. But Scott and I will be competing in Taco Tuesday. Gabe will be putting forth the questions for it and the category. So you'll be choosing that as well. Mm-hmm. So that'll be in 2 weeks.
WWE.
Oh, yeah. So hang out for that. And then we'll be back around to Be Kind Rewinds and whatnot in the following weeks. If you have a movie that you'd like us to review, shoot that over to us as well. If you've got stuff from 2002, that will be the next Be Kind Rewind. Shoot that over as well. And we got a full plate for this summer. So without any further ado, we're done. God, I really wanted those mac and Cheetos. I just love the idea. First of all, because you've done it. You've done the fried
So was
mac
that
and cheese.
macaroni and cheese with Cheetos in it?
So it's just, I would imagine it's just a Cheetos breading.
Yeah, so what they did was, because you've made these. You've made
like
them.
Cheetos dusting on top of the mac and cheese?
Yeah.
So you take your macaroni, ball it up, and then just toss it in
You freeze it
whatever
first.
kind of breading you got.
And then freeze it, and then fry it. In this instance, though, they made it shaped like Cheetos.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And that's why I wanted that, because I love when people do stuff like that. The only one that I've ever saw that I was like, that's terrible was the Pizza Hut Cheez-It pizza.
Right.
That was the one where I was just like, dude, don't.
Why?
Don't. Yeah, don't.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
I've had a Cheez-Its taco. It's not very good.
Yes, you have. You got any inklings on what we want to put on the Taco Tuesday?
No, I forgot all about it
So
right now.
the mystery item is you. So you're going to bring the mystery item. I'll bring the dishes and stuff. You bring the mystery item. I'll bring the rest.
So you'll
of
make some meat and whatever.
Yeah, I'll bring the other stuff. I think I'm going to go, but this time we had it too easy last time. I think we're going to go a little weird this time.
What was the mystery last time?
Last time the mystery
the garlic or the
it was just
the minced onion,
oh God.
dried minced onion.
Yeah.
So that should have been. I mean, you said it was bad. But when I opened the thing and we had this giant thing of minced onion, I don't think there's anything worse than just chewing on dry onion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just try to come up with something clever. And then I think we're going to not have as fun of a time this next one because I think it was too light the last one.
Bring it on.
Yeah. I was nervous because I didn't tell you guys we were going to do it. So I was like, I'll be polite.
Yeah, mystery item's going to be a fucking one chip challenge.
No to that. Okay, I'm drawing the line at
idea.
I am drawing the line at super fucking hot because there's no way to continue. Then we are not hot ones. I've lived with Scott for a while. That was a painful experience.
Okay, ice cubes it is.